coming up.
The Gelbvieh cattle have been extremely impressive.
We had over 60% of the steers came back prime. The market trend is 5%.
And later,
nobody can ever knock the black baldy cow, and that's why we have both Hereford and Angus.
discover how the multi-breed programs of 2 seed stock producers benefit their customers. Next on The American Rancher. Hello and welcome to The American Rancher. I'm Pam Minick. An hour from Kansas City, Judd Ranch has been producing profitable and functional cattle since 1981. The Judds have 3 breeds, Gelbvieh, Red Angus, and Balancers. And their goal is to produce bulls that are deep, thick, and structurally sound. They've also stacked generations of easy calving, high maternal genetics with performance and superior beef traits. In fact, their commitment to producing top females runs so deep that the American Gelbvieh Association has recognized Judd Ranch as the #1 Dam of Merit program in the country for 20 of the last 21 years. But decades of success do not just happen. It starts with satisfied customers like these.
I'm Bob Blazer. We're from Falcon, Missouri. My wife, daughters, and I run a 200 cow herd. I think we're a lot like a lot of other farming enterprises and ranch operations where we've tried other breeds, and through the years, in 2012 to be exact, we came to our first Judd Ranch sale here at Pomona, Kansas. Came with the idea of looking into the Gelbvieh breed, had no desire, no interest at that time to purchase a bull, and as it turns out, we went home with 2 bulls from that first sale in 2012, which we've now put everything into our genetics as a Gelbvieh Balancer herd. It was the pluses that we saw from the maternal strength, the docility in the bulls, the quality of what the breed has to offer that really attracted us to come out, take a look at Judd's sale.
The first thing Gelbvieh is known for is their mama cows. The ability for those girls to milk and produce big weaned calves, and then also, you know, just continue to provide the growth. So we really wanted to focus on the maternal side, but we can't lose that power and the carcass traits. And I think the Judd cattle probably put the best all-around picture together that really, the perfect bull, I think, usually, you know, you can find here.
Pounds pay. You know, that's what we want is, you know, we want to have the biggest, best calves that go to market. Our goal is to eventually, you know, take calves plumb to the feedlot and onto the processing plant and see how they hang on the rail, you know, and we want something that'll hang on the rail good, you know, to try to make that extra dollar also.
The Judd genetics on the carcass side has just been phenomenal. We like finishing them out and sending them graded yield because we get the reports back and we know which animal graded how. 2 years ago, the data that we received back, we had over 60% of the steers that we sent graded yield came back prime. And we didn't realize how good that was until we were speaking to a couple of people that work for UW-Madison, the university, and they said, well, you realize that up here the market trend is 5%. So when we're talking 60 and the market average is 5, no wonder everybody was so awed by what we did. So we were very, very happy, which is why we come back.
I think it's the integrity of what the Judd family has in the beef industry and what we've witnessed now, having worked with them and their genetics for 5 years. There's other producers that have worked with them longer, but those core values, the integrity, the sincerity side of it, you know, if there's a problem, they're only a phone call away, and they always answer the phone. That's the same principles that we try to function, those parallel interests, trying to implement that, and the sincerity to help us grow our business, because without that, without our customers, we wouldn't be where we are, and in the same token, we wouldn't be where we're at if it wasn't for Judd's, you know, giving us some of that genetic base, but also standing behind the animals as needed whenever.
The American Shorthorn Association is America's oldest beef breed association. Shorthorn cattle have been documented to produce high-quality carcasses that out-yield other British breeds. The added docility and maternal advantage of Shorthorns make them an outstanding choice to add heterosis to your commercial cattle operation. Shorthorns truly are a breed focused on performance with purpose. For more information, visit our newly renovated website at shorthorn.org or call 816-599-7777.
Superior Livestock Auction is the largest cattle marketing network in North America. Superior sells forward contracted and immediate delivery load lots of cattle on video auction that are broadcast on satellite TV and streamed online. Superior does it by marketing your cattle to the largest qualified buyer base in the nation. Your cattle never leave your ranch until delivery day. Your Superior rep will be there when your cattle are sorted and loaded, then write you a check when it's done. Simple as that. Superior Livestock Auction sells more cattle each year than any other livestock auction in the U.S., giving you the best opportunity for top dollar on your cattle. Superior's #1 focus is getting you the best paycheck possible. Most producers only get one paycheck a year, and that's why more cattlemen and women trust Superior Livestock Auction to get the most out of every sale. Your hard work deserves top dollar. So call Superior or discover more online to learn how Superior Livestock Auction can work for you.
Welcome back to The American Rancher. The story of Judd Ranch began in 1981 when Dave and Cindy Judd bought the ranch in East Central Kansas. Today, it ranks as one of the top 25 largest seed stock operations in the country. But in many respects, the Judds have done it unconventionally. Early on, they saw opportunities in producing Gelbviehs, a highly maternal and performance breed that's complementary to Angus. And by doing so, they've provided their customers with genetics that balance calving ease, growth, carcass, and fertility, and also infuse their herds with heterosis, which improves health, longevity, and performance. The Judd Ranch complete package has translated into high demand in the commercial industry. In 2018, 46 of their top-selling 50 bulls sold to commercial customers. Dave Judd shares the family story and breeding philosophy.
So I told the family I wanted it to be a full-time job when we started out, and now it's 3 full-time jobs. But Judd Ranch is basically 100% seed stock operation. We're running right at 800 cows. We develop about 250 to 300 replacement heifers every year. This fall we calved about 486 cows, and out of those cows, literally no assists because of birth weight, and run extensive AI programs. The Gelbvieh cattle have really been extremely impressive as far as the amount of the fertility on the cattle and the milking ability of the cattle, all in one package. It seemed like the Gelbviehs have done really well, and they seem to be extremely adaptable to most climates. So we truly feel the Gelbviehs excel in growth, fertility, milking ability, which kind of goes along with growth. And we have bred these cattle where they're extremely easy calving and right there on the cutting edge on birth weight. Most of our customers realize the value of the maternal traits that we have to offer. They have gotten to be, so many of them, really good friends, tremendous producers, and the pounds of calves that we wean off of some of those operations, especially when you look at the locations that they're in, is just pretty phenomenal. They know where they want to go, and it's up to us to try to furnish them genetics that are going to get them where they need to be. Probably the largest benefit to some of those maternal traits is the longevity of the cows, as well as, you can keep cows longer, save a lot less replacement females, and have to calve a lot less heifers. So, put it in a nutshell, save a ranch a lot of money. The maternal traits, especially if you infuse them into a crossbreeding program with other breeds and some of these other herds, you just maximize the longevity and fertility in those cows. Once that cow gets past that second, third calf, they're just so much easier to manage. Less feed, just turn them out on the grass, maybe give them just a little bit of protein, and those cows are going to do it for you every year. Out of the 313 bulls that we sold last year, the average birth weight on those bulls was 79 pounds. So that tells you, if that's the mean, that means those bulls basically went from about 88 or 9 pounds down into the 60s on birth weight. Well, I guess the way we select for both docility and teat udder quality would be, we score those cows the minute that calf hits the ground. And so when we take teat udder scores, it's before the calf ever gets up. We're looking at the udder before it's ever been touched. We feel like the maternal strength of the Judd Ranch herd is as high as about any herd in the nation. From a production standpoint, the Gelbies are second to none, and as far as we're concerned, that's what keeps you in the cow business. It's just incredible where these cattle have come in the last 30 years. They're so docile, such good mothers, and so easy to work with. It makes a guy that's getting older like me think he can do it for quite a few more years.
The Judd Ranch complete package is calving ease, growth, carcass, and fertility. And it's a proven source for heterosis. The Judd Ranch 2019 spring sale features 173 head of fall yearlings and 130 spring-born bulls. 231 head are black and polled, and 297 head are homozygous polled. The average actual weaning weight for all bulls is 870 pounds. The Judd Ranch spring sale takes place the first Saturday in March. They also have a fall female sale each second Saturday in October. Quality acceptance is guaranteed on all sight unseen purchases, and free trucking is offered in the continental U.S. on purchases of $20,000 or more. For additional information, please visit juddranch.com. They'll be happy to visit with you.
It adds several traits that you're not going to get through any other straight bred type commercial cattle.
After the break, another seed stock producer is getting results for their customers with multi-breed genetics. You're watching The American Rancher.
At 44 Farms, we believe work starts at sunup and doesn't stop until sundown. We believe in order to live off the land, you have to love and respect it. We believe that cattle aren't just raised, they're nurtured. And we believe when you do things right, with honesty and integrity, well, things like quality and consistency happen naturally. 44 Farm Steaks, responsibly raised all-natural beef.
So the main objective for our entire family operation is just to help the commercial rancher be profitable and to raise the best cattle that he can raise. We bring a lot of free pounds to the table for those ranchers. If they switch to ours, they'll easily get another 50 pounds at weaning per calf, and sometimes even upwards of 70 or 80 or 90 pounds. We're insistent that the structure is correct on the animals, and then in that sleek-looking package, we want to put just as much meat and performance in that animal as possible. We've done the best we can to make a bull package that can help that rancher succeed.
Take control of current market conditions on Superior Livestock's weekly video auction. Register your lot load cattle by Tuesday, sell them on Thursday, putting you 2 days from money with the largest cattle marketing network in North America. Superior Livestock's weekly video auction has over 8,000 active and qualified buyers, and they're paying top dollar. Yep. Jump in. The bidding is hot. Call us or click superiorlivestock.com to learn more.
Welcome back to The American Rancher. Based in Thedford, Nebraska, the Hoffman family operates a highly respected multi-breed seed stock program. Overseeing operations are Dennis Hoffman and his son Jason. The family's history in the seed stock business goes back 3 generations. In addition to Sim Angus offerings, the Hoffmans develop Hereford and Black Angus genetics for their customers because they recognize the strong commercial benefits of Black Baldy hybrid vigor when crossing the 2 breeds.
At one time, there was nothing but Hereford cattle in a majority of the U.S. And the Hereford cattle that carried some of the problems that people still like to bring up from 30 years ago, those cattle got eliminated when times got tough. The breeds got strength, and the breeds needed for a crossbreeding sector too now. It adds several traits that you're not going to get through any other straight bred type commercial cattle. Longevity, adds structural correctness, ruggedness, speed efficiency. A lot of guys will buy Hereford bulls and you know, they'll get 6-7 seasons out of them. You've kind of heard every joke there has been about Hereford cattle, but nobody can ever knock the Black Baldy cow. And that's why we have both Hereford and Angus. Because we don't necessarily preach to our guys that they need to be straight Hereford at all, but we do preach the power of the Black Baldy cow and the power of the Black Baldy feeder calf. So the 2 breeds complement each other extremely well. We have an extensive embryo program, and I don't know if everybody always totally understands the embryo deal. It's not major science, say. It's simply kind of a step up from an AI program. But at the same time, it allows you to maximize your best genetics. And it allows us to sell big groups of full brothers, and you know, some ranches might want that. And I think it adds a lot of genetic strength to a commercial cow herd if they tie together similar genetics too. And our embryo program lets us do that. And it also lets us have large sire groups. And now we're running a lot more cow herd too than what we've had. We've taken on a long-term lease that we have, and it'll run a substantial amount of spring cows. So we just really try and manipulate the best genetics we can out there. We don't skimp on anything. I think we take it very serious, and we keep all the little things in check, and it seems like it kind of takes care of the big things in the end. But we just really watch the structure on these cattle. I think we really keep our nose to the grindstone on foot quality and longevity in both the Hereford and Angus cattle. You know, every breed needs improvements, and I don't think we're too proud in either breed to ignore that. And we want to fix the major problems or the little things too that the different breeds have. We want to get taken care of here so they don't ever factor in later when our commercial producers have them in production. We've built a feedlot here by my house. This allows us to sort up our bulls a little bit better, make them a little bit uniform, put them in smaller groups. They're right here handy when people come look. You can get through a lot of bulls in a hurry here. And at weaning, we'll bring in our spring calves, and we develop them pretty slow, and we don't want them gaining much over 3 pounds a day. Our older bulls and coming 2-year-olds for our sale, they're all developed on grass. So they're ran a lot like commercial cattle to the point of the winter before the bull sale. And then we bring those bulls in, and as much as anything, we don't have the time to get out and go feed these bulls in the pasture and stuff in the winter. So we do bring them in a lot, but they're developed on grass until like the last 3 months before the bull sale. And we rely a lot on the compensatory gain these bulls will put on for our sale. but it's awfully important to us to keep the feet and legs under them, so we've really focused on not developing these bulls in a lot through the summer on the older bulls. We make sure they get a lot of exercise and they're out on pasture or huge traps, just to offer more longevity for our customers.
All our bulls will be fertility tested within 2 weeks of the sale, and if they do not pass, they do not go in the sale. We don't let anything be marginal. Our local vet does all of that here. You know, it's a good deal. And we, you know, as far as checking our cattle, I go a horseback. We check them with a four-wheeler Ranger. These bulls are subject to anything our customer does. Dogs, I use dogs to gather bulls out of the pen, so they're dog broke. They have a wide range of handling.
The bulls are all handled on foot and on horseback, and with the four-wheeler a little bit too. And yeah, we feel like everything that leaves here is really pretty well mannered and can be handled by anybody, you know. So I mean, and that's important to us too. You know, we've got a lot of young kids running around and stuff, and we don't want anything around here that's chasing anybody off.
We do a lot of things as far as in the summer, kind of touching base with customers and seeing where they're going to sell their calves. And I think it doesn't just necessarily get down to the crunch time of the sale, because we prep for this thing all year. And you know, we try and do a better job all the time of communicating with our customers. We've started a website, HerefordInfluence.com, where we list all of our customers' cattle for free, no matter where they're selling them, on the video, at a sale barn, or in the country. However they want to sell them, we don't want to interfere with that, but we do want to get them more exposure. And we've got a Facebook just for that. We put them on Hoffman Ranch's Facebook, or we put them on Hereford Influence's Facebook. And we try and really drive that out and push our genetics to our commercial customers. And we really try and work at that throughout the year. And we've hired two great people in our program, Darvin and Tanya Nix, a married couple. Darvin takes care of the feedlot and the day-to-day stuff on that. Tanya takes care of a lot of the book work, or helps us process bulls. She can kind of do everything, but she's done a really good job this year. Anytime somebody's called me and said, hey, I've got these calves that we're going to sell next week, I'll have Tanya get a hold of them. She calls, she lists the cattle on our HerefordInfluence.com. And it's not just limited to Herefords either. It's our Sim Angus progeny goes on there, our Angus progeny goes on there. I just named that a little too soon when we only had Herefords, but she does a really good job of putting all that up there. And if they'll just kind of communicate with us and let us know what's going on, we don't miss a beat there anymore. And it's sold a lot of cattle too. And with that, she sends out a huge email list to different buyers and feeders when our customers' calves are either selling in town or on the video or in the country.
We feel that herd health is a big part of what we're doing here, you know, and I feel like we work really hard to keep all the problems out of these cattle. If there is problems, they're dang sure taken care of and gone before they ever reach our customers, you know. And we're really proud of the end product that we send out, and feel like we've had really good feedback over the last couple of years, and a lot of happy repeat customers.
Well, any good program or product starts with good people, and honesty and integrity runs real deep there. Just the best people to deal with. You get the total package. You get he'll help you market your products, stands behind their bulls. Just extremely pleased with the way the bulls held up and the quality.
We've added weight to the cattle, have a lot more thickness and depth. I think with the Angus and the Hereford cross together, we've put the two of the best things there are in one package.
His bulls last a long time, and that's the biggest thing that keeps me coming back. Is his bulls are sound, he conditions them right, develops them right, and they last forever.
The Hoffmans continue their legacy of raising quality Hereford, Angus, and Sim Angus breeding stock. The entire family works on the ranch, and as every ranch family knows, generational commitment is the bedrock of preserving the ranching way of life.
It's probably every cowman's dream or every rancher's dream to have a son involved in the operation. We've got another generation coming up in Jason's kids. He's got 3 really good kids, and hopefully one of those will want to take it over. But there's just something about a family operation that it makes it easier to fight all the struggles and all the battles. And I don't think there's probably ever a prouder moment than to have a father have his son come into the operation and know that maybe the things that you've worked for all your life are going to continue on, and that's important.
The Hoffman's annual bull sale will be held in Thedford, Nebraska on Friday, February 15th. 300 Hereford, Angus, and Sim Angus will be offered, along with a huge selection of yearlings and coming 2-year-olds. The sale is sponsored by Superior Production. Click HoffmanRanch.com for the catalog. The success of both Hoffman and Judd ranches is based on knowing what their customers want when it comes to high-performance genetics. Each producer is devoted to specific breeding programs that generate profit for their growing customer base. We hope you enjoyed this show. To find out more about us, visit our website, theamericanrancher.com, or connect with us on Facebook. For the entire American Rancher team, I'm Pam Minick. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
That was superior.